let us go through a question number 7 of your NCERT book of exercise 5.1. The question is to find the point of discontinuity of this function. So function is given as mod of x plus 3 if x is less than equal to minus 3. So if x is less than minus 3, that means x is negative. So mod of x will become minus x. So mod of x plus 3 can be written as minus x plus 3 if x is less than equal to 3. And the other two parts, that is fx is equal to minus 2x for x in between minus 3 to 3 and 6x plus 2 for x greater than 3. So other two parts remain as it is. Now we have to check the we have to find the point of discontinuity of f. The question is to find the points of discontinuity of f. So we have to find the points of discontinuity of f, and for this we will go through each and every point in the domain part. So we start with, let C belongs to R be any point in the domain of f. From the domain part we will take any point. Now here look, clearly we find that only there are 2 points for which we have to go for the left hand limit and right hand limit part, that is for minus 3 and 3. For none other than these 2 points we will have to go for left hand limit and right hand limit part. And if at all this particular function is going to be discontinuous, it is going to be discontinuous for those 2 points only, either for minus 3 or for 3. Knowing this, then also we have to discuss all the case. If you go through NCERT book and if you see the example questions which have been solved in NCERT book, you will see that you have to go for each and every case right from minus infinity to infinity, because this function is about real valued function, and here is the interval here is from minus infinity. For real value the interval is from minus infinity to infinity. So we start with case 1, that means we look in the number line, there are 2 points minus 3, 3. So first we talk about all the points which are less than minus 3. So case 1, when C belongs to minus infinity to minus 3, both not included. If we cannot include infinity, also we minus 3 is not included here. Okay, open bracket is this. So case 1, when C belongs to this, or you may write when C is less than minus 3. This also you can write. This is your first case which we are discussing. So in this case, limit x tends to, now the second thing which we have to take keep in our mind, do we need to go for left hand limit and right hand limit? The answer is no. Why? Because when we are talking about a point which is less than minus 3, any point less than minus 3, the expression is going to be this one. The expression will not change. It will not switch from this to this for any point less than minus 3. So therefore the left hand limit and right hand limit will not be introduced here, because we can limit x tends to C of fx here can be easily replaced by limit x tends to C of fx can be replaced by less than minus 3 minus x plus 3. We will replace fx by minus x plus 3, because for x less than minus 3, less than or equal to minus 3, it is minus x plus 3. Now we will replace x by c, so this will become minus c plus 3. So this is how to write. Limit part calculated for c. Now we will calculate for fc. Fc is equal to, so that means the value of the function when c is less than 3, that is minus of c plus 3, since limit x tends to c of fx is equal to fc, therefore f is continuous for all c belongs to minus infinity to minus 3, or you can write for all c belongs to you write up to this only, for all c belongs to minus infinity to minus 3. Now students, we will find here that in this case we are not talking about one point, we are talking about c less than minus 3. C belongs to minus infinity to minus 3. So there are infinite points between them. So for any point between them, if you replace c by any real values between minus infinity to minus 3, you will get that the left hand limit, there will be no use of left hand limit and right hand limit, first thing. Next thing, you will always get that limit x tends to c of fx is equal to fc. So we conclude that f is continuous for all c belongs to minus infinity to minus 3. Next, we will talk about this point. Which point? When x is minus, when c is minus 3. So we will write case 2. In case 2, we will write when c is equal to minus 3. Now, you see, when we talk about c is equal to minus 3, here we will not write x tends to c. Why? Because here in this case, the exact value of c was not known. There was infinite such values. But here we know the exact value, that is minus 3. So here we will write limit x tends to minus 3. Now, next question which you are going to ask is that if we write x tends to minus 3, what we are going to write for function? We will have problem. Limit x tends to minus 3 of fx is equal to limit x tends to minus 3, and then you will have a question mark here, because when x approaches minus 3, you can have this also and this one also. If x is less than minus 3, then you will have minus x plus 3. And if x is greater than minus 3, then you will have this expression. So when x is approaching minus 3 from this side, if x is approaching minus 3, then the expression is minus x plus 3. But when x is approaching minus 3 from this side, means a value greater than minus 3. So greater than minus 3, then the expression will be minus 2x. So you have both the expressions here. Therefore, in this case, you cannot write limit x tends to minus 3. You will have to go for left hand limit and right hand limit. So here first I will take the left hand limit. So minus 3 minus for left hand limit. Minus 3 minus means a value approaching minus 3 but less than minus 3. That is minus sign at the top is indicating that the value is less than minus 3. So this is equal to limit x tends to minus 3 minus of, and when it is less than minus 3, the expression is minus x plus 3. Next, we will replace x by minus 3. So x will be replaced by minus 3. Don't get confused, dear students. I have replaced x by minus 3. So replacing x by minus 3. So minus x will become minus 3 plus 3. So this will become 6. Because minus this is plus 3 is 6. Now I go for limit x tends to minus 3 plus of fx. Here I missed to write this part. Fx is missing here. You will add this part here. Limit x tends to this of fx is equal to limit x tends to minus 3 plus. So approaching minus 3 but greater than minus 3. So greater than minus 3, here it is 2x. So it will be 2 minus 2x. This is equal to minus 2, and in place of x we write minus 3. So this is 6. Both are equal, and then we go for f minus 3. F minus 3, that will be for this expression. When x is equal to minus 3, the expression is minus x plus 3. So minus x plus 3. Why? Because fx is minus x plus 3 for x is equal to minus 3. So for x is equal to minus 3, it will be minus x plus 3. That is 6. So here we write that since limit x tends to minus 3 minus of fx is equal to limit x tends to minus 3 plus of fx is equal to f3. Therefore, just below this you will write, therefore f is continuous at x is equal to minus 3. So this is how to write for case 2. Now we'll move to the third case. So in third case, what we will write here? In case 3, when c belongs to, now we talk about these 2 points between minus 3 to 3. So when c belongs to minus 3 to 3. Here to here. Then limit x tends to c of fx, limit x tends to c, minus 3 to 3 is minus 2x. So this will get replaced by minus 2x. So this will become minus 2c, and fc will become, fc is very clear for this part, minus 2x, so minus 2c. So these two are equal, so f is continuous for all c belongs to minus 3 to 3. Minus 3 to 3. So this will be your case 3 part. Writing part is same as for case 1. Next we move to case 4. Now when we move to case 4, the case 4 part will be when we talk about this point, that is when x is equal to 3. So now minus 3 will get replaced by 3. So here we will have to make change. We will write limit x tends to 3 minus of fx, that is limit x tends to 3 minus less than 3. So less than 3 is this part, minus 2x, this is minus 2 and x is your 3, minus 6, and limit x tends to 3 plus of fx is equal to limit x tends to 3 plus greater than 3. So this part will be 6x plus 2, that is 6 into 3 plus 2. So this becomes 20. So here we find that since limit x tends to 3 minus of fx is not equal to limit x tends to 3 plus of fx, therefore f is not continuous at x is equal to 3. Why? Because the left hand limit and the right hand limit, they are not the same. Here in one case, for less than, when x is approaching 3 but is less than 3, to the approaching 3 but less than 3. Less than 3 means to this side the expression is minus 2x, and for this side the expression is 6x plus 2. So here if we replace x3, we will get 2 into 3 minus 6, minus 2 into 3, that is minus 6, and to this side if we replace x by 3, we will get 6, 3, 18 plus 2, 20. Both the values are not same, so the function is not continuous at x is equal to 3. Now once we complete for 3, we will move ahead with the last case. And what is the last case? Minus 3, 3. We will now talk about all these points which is greater than 3. So here we will write the last case, that is case 5. And in case 5 we will write when c is from 3 to infinity. So limit x tends to c of fx is equal to limit x tends to c of, and this will get changed. Here you will write 6x plus 2, that will be 6c plus 2. Here it will be fc will be 6c plus 2. These are equal, both are equal, and these are equal. So f is continuous for all c belongs to 3 to infinity. So this will be your case 5. So case 1, case 3, case 5, there will be no problem in writing. You have to just focus on case 2 and the case 4 part, where you have to introduce the left hand limit and the right hand limit part. So once you go for case 5, since you discussed all the 5 cases, so at last now you need to write that from all the above cases we conclude, or you may write we find, we conclude that the given function is discontinuous at only one point in its domain, that is for x is equal to 3. or in short you can write that x is equal to 3 is the only point of discontinuity of f. You can also write in this way that from all the above cases we conclude that x is equal to 3 is the only point of discontinuity of f. So this is how you need to write for any question where you have to find the point of discontinuity of a function. Although we know that the function is going to be discontinuous only in two of those points, that is either for -3 or 3, because only for these 2 points the left hand limit and the right hand limit will get introduced. Then also we need to write for all the cases which exist. So take care of the writing part. Do not go for shortcut. Do not take only 2 cases, that is for x is equal to -3 and x is equal to 3. You have to take all the cases into consideration when you are finding the point of discontinuity of f.